Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ray Love and I'm back with another Q&A. Today I'm doing my 10K celebration and I am doing it in a Q&A. I have so many new subscribers, so you guys had a lot of questions. Questions are still coming in. I got literally over like 70 questions just on Instagram alone. So I'm gonna get through what I can. If you guys are still asking questions and I'm filming this right now, I'm sorry. We're gonna start with all the Instagram questions. You guys was not playing. And then I'm gonna go over to what's on the community post, okay? All right, first question comes from Clark Tarina. And she asks, how did all of y'all meet? And by the way, y'all are my inspiration. I appreciate all y'all.
Shout out to Eric. Don't drink away. Hold on.
Oh, you're doing the toast?
Shout out to our success and everything we've done and to many more.
Yeah. We appreciate you being, that you saying that we're your inspiration. I call my people the motivators because you guys motivate me to do better, to create content. And so I thank you as well. But I'm gonna save that question because I think we're gonna do a video on it. So I'm gonna save that question. Okay, Sierra Sutton 31 asks, how old am I? I am 38 years old. I turned 39, oh Lord, on June 6th. And I'm not looking forward to it. Sierra Sutton 31 also says, I am proud of you, and I'm proud of you too, and I thank you very much for that. I appreciate you. Cherise Albert asks, oh, she says, I have no questions. I love you all. We love you too. Okay, I wish, I'm not gonna say the rest of your name, but you know who you are. I wish asks Brooklyn, says Brooklyn, we did it. Congratulations to you, thank you. And it says, when did you know that you wanted to do a YouTube? Oh, probably when I discovered YouTube. And I discovered YouTube really late in my life. So it's not that I never knew there was a YouTube, I just wasn't watching it. I don't know why I thought it was for kids. But once I discovered YouTube, I wanted to do it. I just didn't have the balls yet. But once I got them, here I am.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And I love creating videos. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Ooh, I see myself married. I see myself continuing to create content for YouTube. I see myself acting. And I also see myself writing a book. Is there an age, this is from Ashley Ham, 731. Is age an issue when you are dating? Hey Ray. Hey Ashley. Age is not an issue, I would say, but I do try to stick, between. I think you should be older than 25. Because I'm 38. I mean.
Sorry.
If I'm gonna take this seriously, older than 25, and I probably wouldn't go past 42, 45-ish. I probably wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a good age limit for me. KB Coolin asks, what is the next goal on your journey? My next goal is to write a book. I already started my second channel. If you haven't went over and subscribed to Ray Love Vlogs, make sure you do because I'll be dropping content when I get back to New York. Okay, have you ever dated outside your race? This comes from Miss Spinza, I'm sorry, I mess up everybody's name. Now outside my race, so I know race and nationality is two different things. So I have dated Hispanics, but I've never dated a Caucasian. I've never dated an Asian person, Indian. So I guess not really, right? I haven't, and not that I wouldn't. I haven't. This one go for Momo F2 Boys. I hope that's your name. One thing that's on your bucket list. One big thing on my bucket list is to get my license. Another huge thing on my bucket list is to make sure I write that book that I'm talking about. Okay. This is from Mofo 2 Boys as well. Who is your favorite sister? Vicky, Mo, or Mimi? I don't even think that Mo should be in this category. Because she's like the bro. And I don't have a favorite between Vicky and Mimi. I love them both for different reasons. But if I had to choose, I probably had to choose Mimi just for the food. It's for the food, so don't get upset with me, Vicky. Okay, Momo Two Boys also asked, do you ever think about what life would be would be like if you didn't start YouTube? No, because life is pretty much the same. I'm just on camera now. So let me fix y'all. Do y'all feel a little crooked? A little bit. Yeah, I think life would be the same. But the only thing that would be different is how my heart feels, because I wouldn't have my YouTube friends that I met, my gang, my family. I wouldn't have met them if I wasn't doing YouTube. So I guess life would be pretty different. Okay, what's your favorite thing about Texas so far? The calmness. Everybody's calm. Like today, I went for a walk and I wasn't scared. And I walked. It was early in the morning. A couple of people walked by and they were like, "Hello." That was pretty nice. So that's my favorite thing. It's just chill here. Mofo also asks, what's one of your goals before the end of 2022? Writing my book. I have a story to tell, and I think it will help a lot of people in their lives. Also, I just want to let it out and tell my story. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna go with it or where I'm gonna go with it, but it will be out before 2022. That's something I'm pushing myself to do. Okay, Rain Boy asks, will you be relocating closer to the gang or will you stay in New York? For now, I'll be staying in New York and just visiting. I say this a lot, but I guess you guys don't hear me. I have a lot of responsibility in New York, and it just fits for me to be able to come out here for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and be able to go back home and take care of some things that I have to take care of. Okay. Mofo Two Boys also asked, if you had one wish, just one, what would it be? So I could see my daughter.
I wish I couldn't feel a damn thing.
That would be my one wish that I would love for it to come true. Rainbow asks, what advice would you give for a person who wants to start a YouTube channel? Don't listen to what people have to say, because you're gonna get a lot of opinions that you didn't ask for. Sometimes you're gonna just get trolls and haters for no apparent reason. Even though I love my support, I love my motivators, you guys are very supportive. I usually get really nice feedback, but it happens, and don't listen to that. Be consistent. Drop your videos. Everybody needs days off. I totally understand, because I take my day off when I need one. But and put your all into it. Make sure you put out things that you'll be proud of, right? So even if it's trial and error, you tried something, it failed, people didn't like it, whatever the case may be, as long as it's something you are proud of, because they're like memories at the end of the day. You get to look back. Okay. Kelly Monique 77 asks, would you date a woman the same height as you? Now, I'm 6 feet tall. I guess I would, right? I don't have a Napoleon complex. I don't need to be bigger or than the person. I guess I would. I might. How about that? Princess Zaria asks, are you moving to Texas? Eventually, I do want to move, but I think I answered that question before, and right now it's easier for me to just keep going back and forth. Another, how old are you? But I answered that. Okay, Miss Cece asks, what is this Airbnb Vaughn be talking about? Oh, and what's in the book bag he speaks of? So if you are part of the Lbgtq community, then you already know what's in the book bag.
What's up?
But the Airbnb is just a joke that he makes. I don't know why we started that joke, to be honest. I had to ask him that when I finished filming. I have no idea how it started, but I don't own Airbnbs. I could get one if I needed to. And I could probably find one that's really nice if somebody wanted to join me. Other than that, I don't own Airbnbs. But that's a great business to get into. I wish I did. Lexing asks a really cool question. What's your favorite childhood memory? Wow. I never thought about it. I would say my favorite childhood memory is being in the middle of the night and being with my mom and watching videos and not having to go to school the next day. Me and my mom was really tight. It was just me and her as I grew up. So that's just one of my favorites. She would fry chicken in the middle of the night. We would watch movies. And then she would say, you don't have to go to school. So I always thought that was cool. What are your most important expectations and boundaries when going on a date? This is also from Lex. My expectations are going on a date that you can hold a conversation. I really can't stand if somebody can't hold a conversation with me. I am a talker. I'm not gonna give you all my business all at once because I'm very slow to that. But I expect you to be able to hold one. I've been on a couple of dates and they can't even hold a conversation, and that's a little weird. My boundaries are, I'm not taking you on a date where I can buy every single thing you ever wanted in your whole life. Please don't try to date me and think that we are gonna go to Paris, because we're not. We're gonna date, we're gonna get to know each other. All that stuff comes when we're in a relationship. That's just how I see it, and that's how you weed out the fake from the real. And a lot of people want to use you even when they know you already. Like, and I have a big heart and I'm a real big giver, so I always have to watch what I do and how I do it. All right, let's see what else. Lex also asks, Lexing9714 asks, what 3 items would you bring with you on a deserted island? That's a good question. I would definitely need my phone, because how am I gonna know everything that happens? And on this deserted island, do we have electricity? Because I need that too. So we're gonna bring the phone. My baby, even though he's not an item, he has to be with me. Let me think. A toothbrush. My teeth mean a lot to me. So I need a toothbrush with me. You never know. What if I'm meeting this beautiful mermaid and I go to speak to her and I got the hot mouth? What the hell? Listen, a toothbrush. All right. What do you think is your best quality? Being rational. I am like one of the most rational people. That is something that, if you knew me for a long time, people call me. I think things through, and I think it's a really good quality. And yeah, sometimes I need to take the stick out of my ass, but I really like that I think before I speak, that I think before I do. It has kept me out of a lot of situations in life, and it helps me really think through things and really assess my emotion and how I'm feeling. So I think that's like one of my best traits. What is your worst trait? I got 2. My heart is entirely too big, and I forgive very easily. And my second one is I hate confrontation. And sometimes you have to confront something, and I just hate confrontation. It drives me insane. It makes me nervous. It gives me anxiety, but I'm working on it. And lately, probably for the past year, through therapy and through just me being myself, I've been able to tell people how I feel when I feel it's going to be received, and put my foot down even if it's not. So I think that's good. Lex also asks, what attracts you to people? Their hearts. I am an empath, and I can see right through bullshit. That's just how I feel. Now, I can love you even if you are the madness, you are the bullshit. That's not a problem for me. I can still love you, and I can work with you and want to help. I truly feel that their hearts attract me to people. If you're kind and you speak well, like nicely, not well like, I have the best vocabulary in the world, because I don't. And even though I'm very smart, I really don't. Shout out to Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? That's not a thing. But if you are kind and I can feel that in you, I go by my feelings. I could be around you and not feel that, but if you're kind, I have to feel some kind of kindness, something. That you have a soul, you have something. Some people are so soulless and they just don't care what they say and what they do. And I'm not like that. And that's Kayla getting something to eat or something she's doing. She's trying to be quiet, but it's okay. Miss Millie asks, if you could land a role in any show, what would it be? The Shy. The Shy. And I want to play the gangster dyke bro that comes in and get all the ladies. I don't know, if I could play a role, that's what I would want. Miss Millie also asks, if you could give your 18-year-old self advice, what would it be? Wow. It would probably be slow down and do it right now. You'd swear at like 18, when you're a teenager, that you have so much time to do things. Oh, I can get to it by then. Why are they talking about this, school, this, blah, blah, blah. It changes the path of your life as you get older. Just think about it. If you came straight out of high school, went to college, got your degree, worked on a job, your life would be less harder. A lot of times we make life harder on ourselves. But that doesn't mean that we don't need those those things to happen to shape who we are. I grasp that. I'm shaping, and I went through certain hard things I bring on myself. But if I can go back, I would tell myself, let's do it now. Put your all in it, and take your time, and do it right. That's what I would say. What are some of the goals that you have for the next few years? Well, besides writing the book, I do want to put out a cookbook. Like, these are things I always want to do. I want to put out a series. I want to travel more. Cause I've been getting, your girl been getting on an airplane, and I'm excited with that. Yeah, and I definitely want to date. Damn it.
First off, who are you?
It's getting old now. Okay, last question. What would you do if you could never see your son again? Oh my goodness, that's a terrible question. I would never, ever, ever think about that. I could never think about that because I'd be bowling on this camera. There'd never come a time that I could never see him. I would fly to wherever he's at. If I could live in his skin. Shout out to Shawnee. How you doing? I know you're watching this. I would. So I'm working on letting him be. But I like the bond that we have, and I wouldn't never want to even think about it. I'm gonna go to my community page, and I'll be right back because I have to actually air shot it or air whatever. I gotta send it to this. I'll be back. Okay. We sent it, and these are now from the community page. Okay. All right. Chrissy asks, do you and your son's father have a good co-parenting relationship? Yeah, me and my son's father are almost, are you guys crooked? Okay. Me and my son's father are almost like, we're like best of friends. We're family forever. We didn't get involved like other people. So it doesn't feel the same with raising our son. You know, I'm gay, he's chilling, he's, I wouldn't say remarried, but he has a girlfriend of a long time. She has children. He has no other children outside of Shawnee, and neither do I. But we get along great. We have no issues with anything. Vaughn Taylor asks, do you want more children? If so, who would carry the child or your partner? I did want more children. I'm not opposed to it. I could never carry. There's a story on my video. You guys can run that up. It is called Story Time, and it is the reason why I can't have children. So that is a story. I can no longer have children, and that's been since I was 28. I get no menstrual cycle, none of that stuff. I'm just balls to the walls. But so I wouldn't be able to carry, and I would consider, you know, if I got married and if that's what something she wanted, then I would consider it. Okay. Next one is, what's your favorite go-to skincare? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I take my hands like this. I use really hot, steamy water. Psh. Then I use cold water, blast. And then I put whatever lotion I'm using at the time. Lotions have no scent. I don't like any lotions with scent on my face because I am very sensitive. You guys talk about my skin a lot, and that's great, but it can get very blotchy in the summertime. Sometimes my eyes can get a little dark. It happens, especially after a night of drinking and stuff, and I'm getting older. Other than that, that's really it. Some cocoa butter lotion or cocoa butter. Full of life. Good advice on meeting new people, friends, how to start. I'm socially awkward, but I want to meet new people. Full of life. You want to know what's funny? I'm socially awkward too. I know it may not come across on the screen, but for me to even be with the gang was like me opening up Pandora's box. I am just not that type of person. My friends I've had since I was a little girl. I'm thirsty. Hold on, y'all. Yes, I have a Pepsi. I wanted one. You know when you just want something? This is not a mukbang. Okay. Yes, I'm socially awkward too. But like I said, I go with feels. And I'm not the type of person, like people, like a lot of people around, they like to be outside. They like to, I need people. And they have a whole bunch of relationships that really mean nothing. I'm one of those people who have few relationships that mean a lot, you know? So quality over quantity, that's how I am. But I would give you advice to just, wherever your heart goes, if you feel like you could talk to someone, talk to them. You never know what could happen. Shan Mills asks, would you ever do a meet and greet? Sure. But right now, see, I guess I don't see myself in the way that you guys do. So I'm like, who's coming and why? Like, right? You know? So maybe if I got a little bigger, I would do a meet and greet. I do have social anxiety. I don't like being around a lot of people, but I would love to meet my supporters. That'd be pretty cool. How did you become successful with your YouTube career? I don't even know if I'm successful with it. That's so funny. I don't even know if it's a YouTube career. I feel like I started talking, a lot of people shared me out, and when they did, people like what they see. That's the thing about YouTube. Anybody can share you out. People always say share, 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 which is a good thing. It'll get me in the algorithm, all that good stuff. But I could share the world, and if people don't like it, they're not gonna stick with you. So I don't know. Maybe it's something about my personality. I hope. The only thing I really do is try to stay consistent. And sometimes I have videos that are duds. And y'all need to go rewatch that too. Go look at my playlist. If you see something a little low, go rewatch it. It's probably really funny.
I said what I said.
Cleora, I hope that's your name. Cleora Briggs asks, what do you like to do in your free time? Read, meditate. I love to watch television, reality shows, old shows. I am the queen of watching old shows that I already watch. Like shows that have like seasons, like, oh, it's been 8 seasons. I'll rewatch it 2 years after it's gone and things like that. I'm one of those type of people, and I love reality shows, all types. X on the Beach. Right now, I'm watching Marriage Boot Camp, Teen Mom 2, Teen Mom OG. Like, I'm one of those people. I'm never gonna stop it. I love it. I also love those shows that I loved from when I was young. So we got like Dawson's Creek, 90210. Don't get me started on 90210. And I watched all of the seasons. That'll be my rundown, and then I will watch it for a year and go back. So that's why I like TV. Davida asks, if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? A ribeye and asparagus. A ribeye and asparagus and collard greens. I crave collard greens at least once a month. Like, I just have to have collard greens. I don't know. Collard greens and neck bones. Another one, are you moving to Texas? You guys know what I said already. And if so, how does my son feel about that? That question was, this is from Superfly Lady 75. If and when I move to Texas, Shawnee will be with me, so he won't really feel anything. He'll just be moving along with me. But right now, we're just going back and forth. And he had his little promotion. Shout out to Sean. He's training now in Chipotle. He's soon to be a manager, and that's why he didn't come out this time. He was supposed to, but he just got it. So shout out to him and putting priorities first. I'm really proud of you for that. Elizabeth Brown, what is the worst incident you've been in outside of getting caught in the park, and how did you get out of it? Probably when I got shot at. That's also a video story time when someone tried to shoot me. And I got out of it. I didn't. God got me out of it. The gun jammed and the person didn't know what to do. I actually saw bullets fall. It was a 2-2 and he ran out. True story. Yes, I had a video on there when I first started. Yeah, that was probably the biggest thing that ever happened to me in my life. Shantae Mitchell asks, how tall are you? I'm 6 feet. Also, are you willing to date someone taller than me? If a woman is taller than me, does she play for the WNBA? I'm 6 feet tall. I don't know about that. Like, I just don't know. Now, we could be the same height and shorter. But like, if you're 6'2" and I'm looking, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I'm talking like this because I really fall into things. I don't have a set of things that need to happen for me to date someone. They just have to be a good person and have goals, motivated, be doing something for themselves. So I don't know. Maybe I would fall in love with somebody who's 6'4", but I doubt it. Okay, Sleazy asks, your favorite meal to cook and prepare. Now, my favorite meal to cook is different from what I would eat every day. So my favorite meal to cook is probably a whole chicken, stuffing, macaroni and cheese, and collard greens, like soul food. I love that kind of food. It makes you feel nostalgic. It makes you feel like you're home. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving, Christmas, I love those things. Caroline asks, are you afraid to drive? No, I've driven before. I'm not afraid to drive. I've driven before. It's just that I went so long without doing it that I'm a little afraid what's going to happen when I get behind the wheel. I'm coming back here to rent a car. That is my goal, to come back here and rent a car. So I have to practice driving again and get used to it again so I don't feel so scared. Shanita asks, what happened to Ray Find Love? You know what? Nothing. It's still on the table. But I was really healing from being in a very long relationship. And at the time when I was in it, to me, it was very beautiful. How it ended was pretty shitty. And so I needed time to heal from that. And so Ray Finds Love just didn't make the board. But hey, I'm feeling better these days, and so we never know. I know it's still on the table. Okay, and last question. I love this question. This is from Jocelyn Watkins. What is your love language? Listen to me now, ladies. Listen, y'all be in my DMs, okay? Sometimes I have over 200 messages in my DMs, and I love it. And I listen, and I like to talk back. My love language is communication. If somebody cannot communicate, it is extremely hard for me to open up, love them, and want to be there. I just don't understand it. We are old. I know people need their time. I'm talking about not communicating at all. Not if you need a break, like, wait, I can't talk about this right now. I need to talk about this later. That's fine. But if you just never do, right, and you expect the person to just know what you're going through and stuff, my love language is communication. You talk to me a certain way, we're able to have long conversations and walks and stay up in the middle of the night and, you know, watch a movie, and after we talk all about the movie. That is my love language. Not touching, not kissing, not fucking, not any of those things, because you can find that anywhere. So that is definitely my love language. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I tried to answer everything as honest as possible, as transparent as possible. And that was pretty cool. I love the questions you guys have. Some of y'all got a little fresh. I just ignored them. Like, it was a little bit much. I love you guys. Until we answer questions, I don't know what the heck y'all gonna ask, and I was nervous when I was looking in there. Until we sit down on the couch and just chill. Until we drink Pepsi. Until I see you guys soon. I will see you guys later.